Now, everyone knows what a method feeder is. Plenty of barbo anglers use method in the past, but they use the traditional bulky ones. These new feeders from Korum, the Dura-Method feeder, I think will be absolutely perfect for river fishing. Now you've got a flat base, which is the weight itself, and what I'm going to see if I can get a fish on is by literally taking some smaller pellets this time. I'm going to put them into the base of the feeder. Now because it's got the sides on, as you can see, the pellets won't actually fall out. So then what that enables me to do is get some of this spicy meat ground bait, which really does hum, and then what I can do is compress over the top. Now that would do a few things. One, it holds the pellets inside the feeder. A bit more. Two, I've got two forms of attraction then. I've got this fine ground bait, which, as I say, absolutely stinks. Now when that hits the riverbed, that will then send a scent trail down. Those little crumbs of ground bait will break up, go down the river, but all the pellets, the harder, the bigger items of food inside, will stay in the feeder and around the feeder. So you can imagine the fish coming up from below on the scent of the ground bait, and are finally coming to the pellets, start hitting that, and I've got my hook bait, but I'm still going to do a foot in, so I won't go 3 inches like you would in a lake, about a foot still, and hopefully they can pick the hook bait up as well. Now this does come with a mould, but because I want to get a bit more ground bait on, I'm not going to use the mould this time. So I want to get a really big bit on there, compress it as hard as I can, so that one, that will withstand the cast, and two, that will get to the riverbed. So let's get this out into the river and see if we can catch a fish. That's held on the feeder perfectly. That's hit bottom now straight away. It's not that deep, as I said earlier, but I'm confident that that ground bait is held on the feeder. And it should start working its magic instantly, hopefully dragging a few fish from upstream.